Hey everybody, Michael here from Replica Airguns with an update video, just kind of what's going on over the next 5 weeks. Part of the reason why I'm making this video is because I am waiting on 4 guns to show up that I want to do a preview video. They were supposed to be here end of last week, well, even middle of last week actually, but I didn't get them last week. And so they were supposed to come on Monday through Canada Post. Said I was going to be here by the end of the day, and then all of a sudden, some sort of delay. Then I saw on Tuesday that they had arrived in Langley and that they were out for delivery and they'd be here by the end of the day, but didn't make it. And then all of a sudden today, it just says that there's a delay. So I don't know when I'm getting these guns. I don't even know what the guns are, actually. I know I'm getting 4 guns. They might be rifles and pistols or a combination of them, but I will do a preview video. And then after that video, I'll be reviewing those 4 products. I'll be doing tabletop videos. I'll be doing shooting videos. So that'll keep me busy for a good, 4 to 5 weeks making those videos. I might do some comparison videos. But I also wanted to just update you on what's going on over the next 5 weeks in my life, because it does sort of affect the channel and the videos a little bit. I don't know if you've noticed some of the little trophies, the little guys I got around here. This one's a bit bigger. This one I actually won doing the Popeyes Fall Classic. It's the Mens Physique Open Overall Champion. That's probably one of my highlight trophies. It was just a regional show, which is what I really compete in. I don't do anything pro level or anything like that. Just a regional show. I like to enter them because you don't need any real qualifications. I do compete with the younger guys. I can compete with masters and with grandmasters, which is 50 plus, so I can do that. But I prefer to compete with the open younger guys because it's just more competitive. There's more guys on stage. I rarely actually get, really high level placing. Sometimes I'll get top 3. But, getting that overall was pretty good. That was like 3 years ago, I think. But it was, it does happen sometimes. Sometimes everything aligns and you just come in really good shape and everything just works out. But you might notice over the next 5 weeks, the reason I bring this up is because I am dieting. I am prepping for the show. This prep has been going on for 6 months, probably the longest prep I've ever done, because I was fairly out of shape 6 months ago with all the stuff going on with COVID and some of the gyms being closed to me. I couldn't train in the gym, so I couldn't do my normal training. But 6 months ago, that all changed. Been ramping up the training. The first 3 months of that, was just basically try to get some size back on. I don't range a lot in weight. I usually range anywhere from about 190 at my lowest weight ever. Like that's sometimes as low as I'll get, up to 205 as my heaviest. So, putting the muscle, I usually try to maintain a certain amount of muscle all year round. But the contest prep, basically what you do in contest prep is, you spend a certain amount of time trying to add a little muscle from what your maintenance muscle would be year round to get a little more size. For me, that might be an extra 5 pounds of muscle. I really don't gain a lot more anymore. There's like a limitation to which I can get to. I've been training since I was 14 years old. So, I'm at my pretty maximum level for the amount of training that I'm willing to do. And how far I want to take things, that I don't want to push my body and hurt my body in any way. So there's a certain amount I'm willing to push myself. And, that'll get me up to where I am now, basically. And then for the last 2 to 3 months, you slowly start to cut some of the extra body fat off. We're about 5 weeks out, just over 5 weeks out. And so now it gets real tight. The dieting gets really, really harsh. What's considered a calorie deficit. So you put yourself in a calorie deficit, so your body will basically burn fat off your body as much as possible. You lose about 2 pounds of fat a week. Doing that, lots of exercise, low calorie diet, lower carb, a little bit lower fats, high protein diet, and it gets a little bit tough. And so over the next 5 weeks, so 5 weeks or so, you're going to notice some changes. And oftentimes when I'm getting ready for shows, people will comment. They'll say, "What's going on? Your face is looking a little bit thin or whatever," or like I noticed you're changing. What's going on? People ask what I'm up to, and it's not that I'm actually even putting muscle on at the last bit. What ends up happening is you end up losing the fat that's covering the muscle. So it makes you look more muscular. And that's the idea of losing the fat, is to give the muscle you have a very three-dimensional look. If you put on even a little bit of muscle, but it's covered in fat, you won't see it. If you put on a lot of muscle and it's covered in fat, you'll notice obviously that the person's got muscle, but you won't see the detail. So the idea is to have as much muscle as you can, be as lean as you can, and have as much detail as you can going into a show. So that's kind of what's going on over the next 5 weeks. Again, I'm going to be reviewing some products for you. Preview video coming up as soon as I get my hands on them. I'm supposed to be coming. I would expect them today at least. If not, maybe tomorrow. So that still gives me time to make a preview video of those products this week. And then we can get into reviewing them next week. All right. And I don't know what they are. I wish I did. I'd tell you. It's a bit of a mystery. You're going to get a mystery box in the mail. Sometimes that's pretty exciting. I don't mind because then right now I don't know what they are, and it's going to be kind of fun to find out when I do get them, if I get them, when I get them. All right, thanks for watching another Replica Airguns video. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, take care. And by the way, if you do want to know more about my fitness side of things, my Get Fit Over 40 channel on YouTube, you can check that one out. That's where I do more of that kind of stuff. Fitness related stuff, obviously Get Fit Over 40, contest, show prep stuff. And as I get closer into the show, I start making more and more videos to do with the show and what's happening. So that's it for today. Again, wait for those guns coming out soon. And also check out getfitover40.com for the contest and fitness related stuff. All right, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.